Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Cathar, and welcome back to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. So, it actually didn't take me very long, but I fixed the controls to something I'm comfortable with. I actually made them almost identical to the way Square Enix and Psyonix's Nosgoth works. And, well, I've got like 200 hours in that game, so it's very comfortable for me. And this is yet another game that I've never played on the PC before, so anything familiar is better than this. Anyway, trying to break out of the Seraphan Stronghold, and I'm gonna need to... no. Okay, so it's different now. Just trying to break out so I can go meet Kain at the pillars, because he's waiting for me. He's a very patient man. Not a very patient man. Maybe he's not. Yeah. Whoops. So.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
I could have swore you already knew that. Oh, well, it is what it is. No. Oh, yeah, that lasted a whole... No. Okay, that's one thing I do need to fix. I need to somehow disable the movement on the mouse. So move the keyboard and the mouse. Ladies? I'll figure that out eventually. No. You're a bad person. Oh, really? I can do this too. Come here! Stop it! Jesus! Really? Spam. Why are you so hard to kill? There's another one? Any of you, like... Okay. God. This won't open until I get rid of you one. That's not fair. That's so not fair. What the hell, bitch? Okay. Man, it's not like I even have glyphs to do anything. And that other lady didn't give me a spear. Maybe she did. Is that it? Is that it? Yes. Yes! Yeah, I don't care. I want this back. Thank you. No! God! Oh, God! You bitch! And it really doesn't help that the mouse moving around ever so slightly also screws up. So that's gonna be something else I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix. Come on, there we go. Maybe I should make it heated. Get it! No. Aw, you. No! Stop it! Not again! There we go. Oh, man. Should not be so difficult to do. Oh, I have to get everybody here, don't I? Yep, there's a lot of you.
Get it!
Okay, you guys don't have nearly as much range, though, so I should be fine. that. Getting the hang of it a little bit. Whew. Okay. Speed. Aw, a little soul over there won't come. Fine. Is the gate open yet? Who's still alive? You. Yes, you. Come here, buddy. Okay. Still? Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna try and fix this control thing. Okay, so I don't know if I fixed it or not, but it seems to only really monkey with me when I'm locked onto an enemy. And speaking of enemy, where the hell is the last one? Because I know I'm supposed to open that door, right? One of these doors. Maybe not. Where'd I come from? I came from that way. Yeah, camera shaking. Okay, I don't remember this being such a pain in the ass. Like, am I missing somebody? Is somebody not dead? Like, nobody. Nobody. I don't need to go back that way. So... okay, just try to open the gate then. Okay.
As I neared the Stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kane's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kane. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kane shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap? How mine? Don't forget it was Kane who led you here, not I. While you curse me,
The only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Cain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Cain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Cain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Cain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Ah, there goes all my health. Well then, that sucks. So they changed the mechanic to,
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Seraphim, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
isn't that the case with pretty much anyone who's enemies? But anyway, as I was saying, so they completely changed the Reaver's mechanic. Well, that's useless for now. They completely changed the Reaver's mechanic so that instead of it being something you only have when you have full health, I can draw it at any time, and it'll be a badass weapon, but I won't get to heal from anything I kill with it because it'll devour the soul. And I can only use it so much or else it'll start killing me. See? Yeah, don't want to do that. So it's an emergency only weapon. Give me that. Thank you. Which is fine. I like that mechanic better than the previous mechanic. It was almost completely useless to me because it was very easy for a vampire to get a hit in on. Especially the Torellian. Fuck those guys in the little telekinesis ball.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Cain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Cain and destroy him.
Oh, not you ladies again. Oh, I hate you. Okay. No. Bad. Bad. Damn it. Oh. Thank you. Okay, can I get my souls now? Come on, I want to feed. Give me the other one too. Give me it. Thank you. Okay, I'll get rid of this thing. You know what? I think I'll just keep it. It's not a bad weapon. Shit. No, I came from that way. I need to go upstairs. I remember this much. Ah. Oh, my nose is driving me nuts. I don't even know why. It just itches. Just for no reason. Just itches uncontrollably. Oh man, I know a lot of the cutscenes in this are just rehashing of things we already know, but that's, you know, for people who skip straight to Soul Reaver 2 because it is on a totally different console generation, and the first one wasn't nearly as well known. So, you know, it's for people who haven't played the first game and just need to catch up. Or just need to be brought up to speed. Oh, look at that.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Cain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Cain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Cain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
I wonder. Aw, bummer. I was kind of hoping I could, like, see the pillars sticking out of the sky somewhere. Nope, you can't. Okay, so, I want to go... Oh my god, it's so much easier to swim now. Oh my god, you have no idea.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn to the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Great. Okay. Hey, man. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, which one of those doors open again? This one. Am I headed? How do I look? Ah, I forgot to figure out which button allows me.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Cool. Save. Okay, and on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. I know there hasn't been a whole lot of gameplay yet, but it's just like the beginning of Soul Reaver 1. There's a lot of dialogue, a lot of storytelling for the first like the first couple of hours, and then the game starts to kind of just let you take the reins. So these first couple of episodes, as such, are going to be very devoid of commentary and ridiculous combat and me failing at platforming and all that jazz. Actually, I hope the failing at platforming won't be so much a thing due to better controls. That being said, I plan on tuning the controls a little bit more until I get it, nice and perfect. Anyway, my name is Mr. Cathar, and thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment for more, and I still have no outro, so see ya.